Everybody.
Oh, hello.
I just turned the air conditioner off.
You did?
Yeah.
I didn't realize we were on camera.
We're live.
Okay.
How y'all doing?
It's good to see everybody.
I know we got a bunch of folks in here already. Appreciate that. Taking time out of their busy Mother's Day Sunday.
And it has been.
It's been a little busy for us.
Yeah.
We've got a little shopping done, and I took Miss Barbara to her favorite culinary castle of culinary delights.
Yep.
She loves Waffle House.
I do like a Waffle House.
And we found a great Waffle House.
On the beach.
A Waffle House on the beach. I got to show you this picture. I'll put this picture up one more time. Let me find myself here. This is Miss Barbara sitting at a Waffle House on the beach. Oh, wait a minute. I got to take me. The beaches are wide open.
They are now. Maybe a little bit later this afternoon.
They'll get busy.
And I think we'll be okay next coming week.
We had the brunch menu at Waffle House.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot like the breakfast menu.
A whole lot.
Which is a lot
JW
like the dinner
says
menu.
No audio.
No audio. Wait a minute then. Let's see what we got here. Let's go to settings. It was certainly hopping around earlier.
Okay, well maybe it was no
Real
audio,
tech. Check. I see it pumping audio there. Anybody else having any audio issues?
Well, before that, Aaron Jemison said 5 times 5, 5 by 5.
5 by 5. How about you, JW? Do you hear us now?
The picture.
What's that?
When we had the picture up.
Oh, of course. Yeah, it mutes the microphone when you throw a background up there. And I forgot about that.
Okay, so
I looked over at the little microphone and it didn't have a slash through it. So I kept talking while the background was up. But apparently when we use the background to show a picture, it mutes the microphone. So, okay.
Anyway, we have Over the Hill RV here.
Hello, John.
Roy and Becky is here. They're on their travels.
And I know you said Aaron's here.
Aaron is
Proud
here.
to see Aaron here.
Let's see. Thrifty Angela is here.
Thrifty Angela, happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
Charlie Grace, happy Mother's Day.
BJ.
Becky, happy Mother's Day.
Yes, Becky, happy Mother's Day.
And Jolynn.
So Jody, and she has been in the hospital this past week.
She has and is still in the hospital.
Yeah, she had a bad reaction to her second COVID booster.
Yeah.
I guess before she was taking all the Pfizers, and this time the only thing that was available was the was it Madura? Madura. Yeah. But they're supposed to be compatible, but she had a bad reaction. But she could have had a bad reaction to any of them. I mean, that happens. RV Ashes in April is here.
And BJ has got a couple of hours of off time from hospital watch. He's taking some downtime. She's sleeping. So, but happy birthday to Jody. Happy Mother's Day to Jody. Hello, RV Ashes in April. Good to see y'all this afternoon, this Mother's Day Sunday.
Yeah, so we've had we went to eat at Waffle House, mainly because it was on the beach, to be completely honest. I do love me some Waffle House.
And we had a table with a view.
Yes.
A table with a view.
Yes, it was wonderful. So, yeah, that was the big bonus.
And I enjoyed my bacon, egg, and cheese hash brown bowl.
You did. It was good.
And Miss Barbara got what she usually always gets.
I get the 2 eggs and bacon breakfast with hash.
Got them scrambled this morning.
Yeah, I had my eggs scrambled this morning, but that's.
But anyway, Miss Barbara, happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
And to all of you out there who are mothers or mother figures to people in your lives, we wish you a happy Mother's Day and thank y'all for being here. Where are we?
We're in Gulfport, Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be here for a few more days. Then we've got to head back to Florida, Alabama. in that area.
We are at the Atlantic home, the home of the Atlantic Construction Battalion Command. To put it in simpler terms, we're at the Seabee base in Gulfport.
Yes.
And here at the Seabee base in Gulfport, there are 2 campgrounds. We have been at the other campground.
Yeah.
A year or so ago with our epic RV adventure in Talon. We were over there, and this time we're over at the, I don't know what they call it.
Well,
it's
kind
new.
Of the lakeside.
It's kind of lakeside.
They have the old and the new, and this is the newer one. And
it's not really lakeside though, but it's beautiful. You can't beat this. It's beautiful. It's green, lots of trees, wooded areas.
All the things we like.
A great concrete slab with a great pedestal, powerful hookups. Yeah. And we have been enjoying ourselves for about 5 days.
We've been here about 5 days.
Yeah. And we're going to be here another 3 days before we head back toward Bethlehem, Florida.
Yep.
Up in the Panhandle, close to Bonifay or Chipley, Florida, off of I-10. But the lake, now, right over here, me and Miss Barbara we're talking about how to get to the lake from the campground without going back out to the road.
I don't think we can.
Well, me and Cody went walking. We went over that hill, and that's base housing. That's Navy housing.
Okay.
So what we're seeing the roofs of over there is Navy housing, which is one loop over from the lake.
Okay.
So the lake is back right over here, and we walked all the way to the road, and there's no pathway. So when we get ready to leave the camp and we leave our comments, our comments going to be, since these are Seabees, can do. We fight, we work, can do. I'm sorry, we fight, we build, can do.
Yes.
Seabees.
Build a road.
Build a path. Just a walking path.
Yeah,
that'd be great. It's just, it would cut right through the woods here and just pop right out of the lake. That would be my suggestion.
So we now have to drive out of the loop and around the corner.
And just hook it around the corner back into the lake access road where they have pavilions and bathhouse and playgrounds and barbecues and kayaks and a dock and all that stuff. Yeah. It's very nice.
A nice little base. This is a nice area. I like this.
Gulfport is a great area. It's kind of a if it's not too far from New Orleans, if you want to get crazy, it's down the road from Biloxi. It not only has all the casinos in Biloxi. We're not big casino people, but a lot of people enjoy that. Our next door neighbors over here, every day they got a little slingshot that they ride around in because they're from Navarre Beach, which is just down the road, the other side of Mobile. And they come over here and they hit the casinos for a week or two. And then they go back to where they live near Navarre, Florida, in the Panhandle on the Gulf Coast. But we're going to, that would be my suggestion. Cut a path right over here and just ease right on through. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we have a great picture because we have an incredible internet.
How about that?
It's blowing me away. It's about 50 download and about 30 upload, which is about 49 times better than what we usually get at about 5 download and 1.2, 1.3, 1.1, 1.2, 1.1. You know, that's usually what we get in the campgrounds with our internet, our Verizon Jetpack. Yeah. But I did put a booster up on the top and to boost the cell signal, and we have incredible speed here. We've been enjoying watching our TV through YouTube TV and
all our
and
apps.
Verizon. All our apps are working. But anyway, we're having a great day, a great Mother's Day Sunday, and just in a few minutes now, Miss Barbara has already talked to our baby, our youngest.
And I've talked, Michael has texted me.
Michael, our oldest, has reached out to
he's working right
Mom,
now, so
right
he's at work.
And in the basement is our middle son, The middle child.
The middle child in the basement.
Yeah, the middle child is in the basement. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to come on, middle child. There it is. All right. From points unknown, Alabama. This is our middle child. A lot of you already know him. We're going to bring him on right now. Charlie Gray says, I always said internet is fairly close to oxygen.
Yes, it is.
and
it's our lifeblood.
And number 3 is your phone. When you leave this at home and drive to work, there is no worse feeling than to be without your phone. And I wonder, what did we do 35, 40 years ago? Oh, my gosh. All right.
We looked for a payphone.
Oh, I know. Here we go. That's the middle child right there. That is JW.
Can you all hear me okay?
Conk. And, you know, I'm going to have to put the headphones on to hear him. Let me turn it up just a little bit, see if we get any feedback. We'll try this first, because I usually keep the sound turned down. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hopefully the folks can hear us too. Let me put the background back up here and then split this properly. There we go. That is JW. He is our middle born, and he is the conch portion of the Aloha conch. How you doing today, son?
I'm doing good. I am the middle born, not the second child. Middle born.
But you are the second child.
I feel like
it's just hidden for your own protection. That's what Aaron says. That's because you got the window behind you. And you got
will the blinds behind you close any more than they are? If you twist the little handle there, close them as much as you can.
Let me try going this way with them.
Not much better. You need a light in your face.
So yeah,
that's okay. It's all right.
I might have to work on that.
Well, you got the echo on now?
What echo?
Sound box.
What echo?
So, do you have any special messages on this? I
don't have any echo going on. No echo at all. I just wanted to wish my mother a happy Mother's Day, and I wish I could be there to celebrate your Mother's Day with you at the Culinary Art restaurant with a view. But
it was.
And second, I wanted to wish all the other mothers watching a happy Mother's Day as well.
Good, good.
So what you up to on this Sunday? I know you're I think you're at the radio station.
I am.
Let me guess which studio. Let me guess. You are in the Q.
No, I'm not. I'd have a picture over this shoulder if I was on the Q.
Oh, that's right. George Harrison would be over your left shoulder if you were in the Q. So you must be. You're not in KMX, the studio, rock.
No.
You're in the country studio.
No.
That would be your old office, wouldn't it?
My old office or the production room.
Prod 2.
Prod 2.
Wow, you are in Prod 2. Okay. Are you on your laptop, or does that computer in there now work? Because I worked there for over 10 years. I never fixed that computer in Prod 2.
No, it's my computer. My laptop.
That's what I thought. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, we have 3 sons. Michael, the oldest. Yeah, my 3 sons. Da-na-na-na. Y'all remember that? Da-na-na-na. Na-na-na-na.
I'll pull that up for you real quick.
Ed McMurray.
Fred
McMurray. Anyway, we have 3 sons. The oldest is Michael. The middle child there is JW. And his name is James Walker. And our youngest son is Clay, and he's in the Navy with his wife, Tara. She's in the Marine Corps.
Yep.
And all 3 of our sons are completely different in temperament. We don't have one son. None of them, all of them are totally individuals. Total individuals.
If you could be 180 degrees out,
3 times.
3 times, that's our boys.
Yeah. But if you haven't already guessed, the audiophile, the nerd, the computer guy, that's who's on the screen right now. He goes
the one and only.
He goes to the radio stations, has as long as he's been around with me, and knows more than I will ever know, although I can't convince him of that.
I'm working on it.
Okay, well,
I promise you, I'm working on it.
Exercise that brain muscle, because I'll be sitting there trying to figure something out, and I've been in the business for 40 years, and I've been trying to figure something out, and he'll walk up and just point to the problem, and there it is.
Hey, why don't you try this real quick?
Yeah. I love that about you, but at the moment I hate hearing it because it's always the right thing. It's right there. Yeah, right. And it turns out to be the right thing.
He had a radio station up for a while, kind of a roadhouse, country style, and
it was rock and blues, blues. Southern rock and blues.
And my wife and I, Elizabeth and I, would be driving around, and we'd hear this high-pitched squeal. And he swore up and down, no, it ain't there. It ain't there. I'd walk into the back where the computer was running, and I'd hear it there. No speakers, but I'd hear it. Kind of pinpointed it was the power supply of the computer that was feeding the.
He used an old engineering trick, but I didn't have an oscilloscope or a network analyzer. So what does he do? He pulls one up on an app on his phone and shows me the spike in the frequency and says, "There it is." These old ears, I couldn't hear it. I simply couldn't hear that frequency spectrum, that range that all these apparently younger people were hearing in our radio signal. And Boogerhead here figured it out, and I finally found out where it was spiking, but only through the use of a oscilloscope to show it, because I couldn't hear it, but he could. But that's the type of thing that just it both makes me proud and it aggravates me about old JW on the screen here, because he's a lot smarter than he gives himself credit for.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, it's like a dog whistle. It was there. You could see it on a spectrum analyzer, but. Yeah. You couldn't. I couldn't hear it. They did.
Now, given I would have never known about a oscilloscope if it weren't for you showing me what it was, or showing me an actual oscilloscope.
That's
right. I just went and downloaded the digital version of one and to pinpoint exactly what frequency. It was like 38,722.576 hertz or something like
that. It was the student teaching the master, and then the master became the student, because it is now one of the common tools, the oscilloscopes. And Miss Barbara's over here. She's glossing over. She's glossed over for
look at the butterfly.
over 4 years of marriage of hearing it. But JW. Dan, the vintage RVer, says same here, talking about difference in children. They got Alex, Richard, and Zachary, and then the girl came along. Yeah, we love our sons and are proud of all 3 of them, but they could not be more different than one another, which made life very interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we didn't walk a straight path through life through child rearing, because they were going off in different, or falling out of vans while it was, There's a family story. Anyway, JW,
if the door wasn't open, I wouldn't have tried to jump out.
So you're telling me that if you're riding along in a Jeep and y'all having fun and the doors are off the Jeep, you're just gonna fall out of the Jeep just because the doors ain't there?
Possibly, if my seatbelt ain't on. Now here's the thing: the seat handle armrest was down.
Of course, you had to get over it and fall out. Now, just so it's not such a horrible story, we were doing maybe 10 miles an hour.
We were going out the gate.
We were on the beach in San Diego, a private Navy beach, and we were leaving. We were on basically a sand path, a sand road. And I had left the door open because it was so beautiful, and we were just creeping along. Next thing I know, I look around, and I see nothing but feet going out of the door. Zoom. And it was not hid here. I don't know. What were you, 7, 8?
About that.
Yeah.
Dan asked if when he fell, did he hit his head? Well, no, because his head's the hardest thing on his body. He's got a bowling ball head. He always had.
As a baby, when you would hold him, if you were holding him facing away from you, he would do one of these, and with that bowling ball head, he'd bust your lips. Anyway, thank you, JW, for calling and wishing Mama a happy Mother's Day.
I don't remember falling out of the door, but I do remember the bath and shower afterwards. That hurt.
I don't remember you getting scraped up too much.
Get scraped up from that.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to let you go. Thank you for being with us on this Mother's Day Sunday.
Thank you.
And I hope you have a great day.
I got a lot of stuff to do. So
yeah, we'll see you. We're going to be back in town. Mom's going to be busy, but I'll be available. I'll be back in town. We're going to be there Wednesday late. Hopefully midday. We're going to try for midday, but you know how RV travels are.
Have you already got
plans of mice and RVs?
Have you already got a site reserved?
At the Bethlehem Family Camp. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to be there, and I'll be doing some work in Marianna, Florida, and down in Dothan, and so I'll hook up with you next week.
All right.
Middle of the week.
This coming week, middle of the week, yeah.
All right.
Just
I'll see you then.
See you then.
All right, love you, son.
Love you too.
Love you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, so there he is right there. The one and only, the Aloha Conch. Oh my God, my youngest son would do that. I can't tell you how many times I almost lost a tooth. I know he would do the headbutt backwards and just bust your lip.
Even Dan says yes on the reverse headbutt.
Oh God,
he's sucking his lip right now. I'm serious.
He did. He's got the hardest head of any individual I've ever met. But hard-headed joker. Also, the Miss Barbara has a gag reflex when it comes to children throwing up, baby puke. So whenever the boys, when they were little, whenever they would throw up.
Well, not when they were babies, because babies, they're on that limited diet, so formula. It's not so bad. But when they get a little bit older and they start eating the same junk people eat and they throw up.
And I would end up having to clean them both up, the baby and her. That was a gimme. I want to show you some pictures right now. This first picture we're going to show you, and when we get done viewing this picture, then the mic will be active again, and I will.
Can you split screen it?
Can I split screen it? I don't think so, because unfortunately I loaded it as a background. So anyway, I'm going to show you this picture. This is Lila Mae Purse. This is Miss Barbara's mother. Tell us about those pictures, Barbara, the one on the left and the one on the right.
Well, obviously, you've got my mother's picture, and that was basically her high school picture. I really think it was a year or two after high school, but that was her high school picture. And then the other one with the 3 little girls, that's me. I'm the oldest. My sister Jo, she's a year younger than I am. And the baby is Sue. And that was taken when we were stationed in Germany.
And there it is. Miss Barbara is the one standing up.
All sassy.
Yeah, boy, she is sassy. Check this out. There you go.
I was a cute kid.
All right, now I'm going to show you a picture of my mother. This is Mary Maxine Harris Carter. She was a Harris. And the left-hand picture is a picture that was taken by a photographer who was taking passport pictures. My daddy was Air Force, and so we had to go and take passport pictures. And this was not the passport picture, but the guy with the camera shot this picture. So it kind of cropped my head off. But check this out. And then the one on the right that you're going to see, that is my favorite picture of me and my mom. Here it is. There you have it. That was Mary Maxine Carter, Harris Carter.
Well, thank you.
And on the phone right now is our eldest son, Michael. So Miss Barbara's going to excuse herself.
I got to excuse myself so I can talk to my baby boy.
And he is the oldest, Michael,
Yeah,
and
I was told that
he'll always be the baby. He was the first child. But anyway, that picture of me and my mom, that was the one on the right, was taken just a few years before she passed. She was 86, I do believe, 86 years old when she passed away. And we lost her in March of 20. So she actually passed away just before COVID got really stupid and ridiculous. And I count it as a blessing because, man, she was a worrywart. It would have just aggravated her to death, knowing that everybody's getting sick and the possibility of being put in the hospital on a ventilator and all that stuff. But anyway, that's my mom, Mary Maxine Carter, and she was a great mom. And once again, taking a moment here to wish all of you mothers out there a very happy Mother's Day. And there's Nursing Our Travel Bug. He's saying, hey there, Ricardo. I don't know that Mom ever actually said it, but I was born the year the Lucille Ball show first went on the air. And Ricardo was, he was Lucy was the queen, and he was the king of black and white television at that time. And I have no other Rickies in my family, so I only can think that perhaps she was somehow influenced by the TV show. It's a good story to tell anyway, whether it's true or not. Desert Adventures in Arizona, good afternoon. I've been lurking in the background. Well, thank you all for unlurking yourself and letting us know that you're here. We certainly appreciate it. Just to get you caught up, we are in Gulfport, Mississippi at the Seabee base, the construction battalion, the Atlantic Command of the Construction Battalion, Naval Construction Battalion. We call them the Seabees. Their motto is, we build, we fight, can do. And if you've never seen the Seabee emblem, there it is. It's basically a bee, and he's toting a machine gun, and he's got a wrench and a hammer, and you name it. And that's what they do. They are the ones who go in before the Marines go in. They have to go in and build bridges and airstrips and cut down jungle and whatever it takes. So the old movies show the Seabees sitting up on a big caterpillar, big green caterpillar, with a machine gun in one hand, a little stubby cigar in their mouth, and they're operating the heavy machinery, cutting an airstrip in the jungle so the planes can bring the fighters in.
Yep.
And that's the Seabees. And this is the Atlantic home. The Pacific home of the Seabees is Port Hueneme, California. And that's close to a little town called Oxnard, which is where I got discharged from the Navy. Yep. I got my discharge. But Oxnard, California, Port Hueneme, Pacific Command of the Seabees, and we are at the Atlantic Command of the Seabees. It's a great base.
It really is.
It's spread out. It ain't really, everything's not packed in real tight. Have you noticed that? It's a very open base. And I don't know if maybe Michael came through and thinned the herd, or was it Katrina that did it? I think it was Katrina.
Katrina did a lot because they also call something over here Katrina.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, Katrina hit this part of Mississippi probably harder than it hit New Orleans.
Yes.
Because New Orleans' main problem during Katrina was the breaking of the failing of the levee system and the flooding. But really, the hard impact was from Biloxi,
Gulfport.
Yeah, Gulfport, Pascagoula, and those little towns just took a beating.
Yep.
From and as far inland as 150 miles, it was, it laid pine trees down level with the ground, because we have folks who live north. We spent time with them a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Did our Easter live stream from there.
Okay.
And then called it quits because they were eating Easter dinner. And so we only did about 45 minutes and then ran inside because we were hungry. John Chalker. Hello, guys. This is John Chalker, Waterbury, Connecticut.
We also have Nursing Our Travel Bug here.
Yes.
And, well, we've already mentioned Dan, but not, we didn't single him out. Dan, the Vintage RVer.
Right.
And Desert Adventures in Arizona.
And John asked for permission to come aboard. Sir, it's nice to see you guys. Love you guys. Think you're cool. Happy Mother's Day, John Chalker.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, John. Also, we would like to thank our members. We have quite a few members who are in the room right now, and you'll notice the members because they have their own little icons. And you can scroll back up through the for example, if you're looking at your comments right now, you'll notice Nursing Our Travel Bug has the little skull and crossbones.
Thrifty Angela does too.
Thrifty Angela as well. John, Over the Hill RV.
Yep.
There's a bunch of them, and always in the chat, the comment area, Nursing Our Travel Bug has showed you those. Can you name those?
Well, I would imagine that would be a captain.
The first one's got gold on his brim, so he's a captain. The next guy is a pirateer or pirate, and then a buccaneer.
Okay.
And then a Jolly Roger.
Then a sailor.
Then a sailor.
Then a chief.
Then a chief. And the chief is distinguished because there's no gold on the brim of the hat.
That's right.
Although there's gold on the collars. The gold anchors, fouled anchors on the collars. But there's your lineup right there of your special icons you get. And you also get an icon next to your name. That's just part of, being a member. And there's not much to a member, a couple of bucks a month. And it just helps pay some of the fees that we incur to make videos that hopefully you guys enjoy. And it helps out a little bit. And nothing's going to change if you're not a member. All your live streams, like you see right now, go right on, and you'll get your videos when we put videos out. However, there's some perks, like you get to view videos early. Sometimes we have members only live streams, and now that we got good internet, or at least got a booster, we're going to probably be doing more of those. And sometimes we put out members only videos. They're short, minute and a half, 2 minutes, but it's just where we are, what we're doing, how y'all doing, blah, 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 and just to keep you up to date. First class run, the ship's chief just point and grunt. First classes do. We're the wheels.
That's true.
We're the wheels.
I admit.
The Chiefs are too busy. Chiefs are too busy deciding who's going to fill up the coffee pot, which peon they're going to get to fill up the coffee pot because we don't have coffee. So the Chiefs are busy.
A good Chiefs mess never runs out of coffee.
The first classes know it all. And we get the seconds and thirds and the peons to get the job done. Now the second classes, I got to tip my hat to second classes. When you're a second class, you pretty much know what's going on. The first class doesn't have to tell you a whole lot about getting it done. And then the chief, he just goes along and makes sure nothing got gun decked. And if you don't know what gun decking is, that basically is shoddy workmanship or
shortcutting.
Yeah, shortcutting, skating.
Yeah.
Not doing it
right.
Hello
to Shanna Kraft. She is at a fam camp in Camden, South Carolina.
Hello, Shanna
Shaw
Kraft.
Air Force Base.
And she's where? At what Air Force Base?
Shaw Air Force Base, Waterby
Recreation
Area.
She's over at the fam camp in Camden, South Carolina. Well, good for you.
Yes.
I hope it's as beautiful over there at the fam camp as it is here.
I'm sure it is.
This place is nice.
Mostly, I think all the storms have passed. Pretty much. We got the very beginning of them or I should say even
we got the tail end of the front. It kind of lifted to the northeast, and we got the tail end.
A bit of rain, but nothing compared to.
But then the very next night,
we got a lot.
We got that second front out of Texas, and it was a gully washer from about 11 o'clock at night to about 3 o'clock in the morning. Because I had a puppy who probably needed to go out about 11 or midnight. And we couldn't go outside because of the storm. But about 3 o'clock, as soon as I heard the rain stop on the roof, I slapped the collar on her, off we went. And she didn't get 2 steps out in the grass before she was like, ah.
Poor baby.
But she was nervous. She didn't sleep a wink and just, was awake the whole time it was storming. And
I
then
took half
finally
a sleeping pill, so I don't even know what happened.
Yeah, it stormed pretty bad. It stormed so bad.
Like that.
It stormed so bad. It gave my Blackstone grill a real good washing. It did. And speaking of Blackstone grill, we have used it probably more on this trip than I've ever used it. I've already cooked 2 meals on it.
You have.
And
another one tonight.
This afternoon we're going to do chicken fried rice on the Blackstone, and it is a Barrett recipe. If you don't know Barrett, he's the Gimpy Camper.
Yeah. And
do check out his website, his YouTube channel, the Gimpy Camper, Gimpy. Most folks in the room know the Gimpy Camper, Barrett. We also put out a video that had Barrett in it, and it was the RV blowhard competition. If you hadn't checked out that video, go do it and leave us a comment. It was a lot of fun. Basically, who had the loudest RV air horns at the 2022 Slow Mojo Crew Rendezvous over in Bastrop, Louisiana.
Yep.
Which is where we were just prior to this stay. And so we had an air horn, RV air horn competition. You'll get a kick out of that. It's over on our channel. Barrett's in that. He's the honorary judge. But getting back to the food, Barrett is a great outdoor chef. He fed us the whole time. Now, if you went to Mayberry last year, you already know how good a cook he is. What I didn't know was how good a cook Miss Valerie is.
Oh, yeah.
His wife, Valerie, 2 nights in a row made these chocolate-covered strawberries, and they were large. And I don't mean just dip them and put them on a plate. She garnished them. They all had little designs on them.
And they were so good.
And they were awesome. And then she made... I don't know if it was a potato salad or what was that? She made a dish the second night and more strawberries. And Barrett cooked breakfast. We all were on our own for lunch, but nobody was hungry for lunch.
No, because you had
a big breakfast. And then we just skipped till the afternoon meal when everybody would gather around the campfire. and Barrett was cooking again. He did his Blackstone fajita pizza.
He did. That was good.
Or quesadilla pizza.
Quesadilla pizzas.
Quesadilla pizzas. He of course did his fajitas, shrimp and chicken and beef, and that's what we cooked 2 nights ago. We did the fajitas.
Yep.
I did the separate shrimp fajitas, and we did chicken fajitas for Miss Barbara.
Using Barrett's technique.
Using Barrett's description, his just go to his website and check out fajitas and Mexican rice and
Mexican
chicken
corn.
fried rice, Mexican
so
corn.
Good.
Yeah, not Mexican rice.
Corn
Mexican
was
corn.
so good. You put bacon in it. You put bacon with the corn.
It was awesome. So anyway, yesterday we had some fish that we caught about a month ago up on the Lake Eufaula on the Chattahoochee. And so yesterday we cooked the fish. I think I over-seasoned it too much, a little too much seasoning, but it was my first time doing fish, and I thought it turned out pretty good. It was catfish. It was basically catfish from Lake Eufaula, and we had it in the freezer. So we did that. Tonight we're going to do Barrett's recipe, chicken fried rice. I know it's going to turn out great. He gives great directions in his videos on how to, but he has a lot of great videos.
He's got a lot of product reviews and just,
campground reviews.
And they're not long videos.
No, he's the smart one among us. Keep them to 5 minutes or less. I mean, if it's going to take you longer than 5 minutes to explain something, it's maybe you're dragging on or something. But we had a long discussion with Charlie Grace, with Barrett, ourselves, Mel and Nettie, Living Free, Zip Codeless, Day's Great Adventure with Greg and Shelley, Rhonda Diaz, Rhonda Dez was there from RV Destinations and Creations. Slow Mo and BJ, of course, they were the host, and also Dawn and Bear from Adventures in Xanadu were there. Also, the people I've just mentioned were also in the RV air horn competition.
Yes, they were.
Yeah. Am I missing anyone?
I can't remember who all you said.
Anyway, I hope. But
it was great.
We had great.
Charlie Grace was there. Did you say that?
Yes, Charlie Grace had great fireside chat conversations
reading all the,
about YouTube and different social media outlets and how to promote and the do's and the don'ts, and really I learned a lot. And anyway, come to Iowa for some lumpia and fried rice. Aaron Jameson.
Would love to.
I
now,
love
Mercy in
lumpia.
our travel bug says, "Hey, Aaron, no one wants to go to Iowa." Well, I would go to Iowa just to see Aaron.
That's right.
I would
Absolutely.
go.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, lumpia is the Filipino version of a spring roll or egg roll. It's a very, very thin shell, and it usually has vegetables and meat, pork, chicken, something inside, and then it's fried. And lumpia is awesome. Pancet's another dish from the Philippines. That's a rice dish. They do incredible things with chicken, and it's just Filipino food is some good stuff.
Yes, it is.
Good. All food is good stuff. I have just about come to that conclusion that there's not an ethnicity on this planet that doesn't have some awesome. I was telling you just the other night about sheep heart. When I was in Western Australia, spent some time with a country artist over there and his wife, and we sat down one night to stuffed sheep heart. Now, I don't know what the side dishes were, just your regular side dishes, peas, mashed potatoes, whatever. But the main course was stuffed sheep heart, about the size of a tennis ball, all stuffed, and it was excellent. And of course, I remembered from my days in England where when you eat peas, they use their knife and fork, and they turn their fork upside down. They get a little mashed potatoes on their fork, and then they push the peas up in the mashed potatoes, and that's the way we ate in England. You had to learn how to use that fork backwards. It's kind of weird. Is Slow-Mo here?
Slow-Mo is here.
Hello, also, Slow-Mo.
I saw him earlier, and I don't think we mentioned him, but Kenneth Oaks is here.
Kenneth Oaks, good
and
to see you.
James Cantonese has come in.
Hello, James. He says he got to rejoin. We look forward to seeing Kenneth and James next year. A lot of folks say a lot of folks couldn't make it. They had most of them had broke rigs, broke RVs,
yeah, or needed maintenance on their
but
RV.
a lot of folks are already cackling about who's going to win the blowhard competition next year. Jerry from Backwoods RVing says he's going to win it. Yep. Jerry Holly. I think James Cantonese has said, nope, I got it. I'm the one going to win it next year. We shall see.
We shall see. I
know one thing. If I have a choice of being under the awning or out in the open, I'm gonna have mine under the awning. I think there's a slight acoustical edge.
Because you got your noise went out this way, and their noise went out like that. Smaller.
It was kind of channeled.
Smaller channel.
But anyway, I'm not going to tell you who won. I'm just going to tell you, go watch the video. The RV Blowhard competition. It's a quick little 4.5 minute video at RV Underway on YouTube, and you'll see all the fun we had playing. The boys playing with their toys.
Boys playing with their toys. Let me tell you.
Well, I tell you what, my RV air horn didn't work. And the day before the competition, I was out there working like a madman, getting my air horn working. And, buddy, it worked. It worked. Not saying I won. I'm not saying I won. You'll have to go watch, okay? Anyway, a lot of folks cackling about next year. And make your plans to attend the last weekend of April.
The last whole week of April.
The last whole week. It really culminates the weekend, the last weekend.
It does. I mean, the end of the week, of course, is when most people are able to make it. But he's already posted on his Facebook group when it's going to be next year. And like I had said, I already put those type of things in, the kind of commitments that we have, and then all our other travel is around the commitments that we have. I hope that next year we'll be able to make it to M23.
Yeah, M23 is up in Michigan.
But it happens to be the same time of my high school reunion.
This year.
So we can't make it this year. But
in fact, we're going to be hard pressed to make the Jamboree in North Georgia.
Well, we'll probably be pulling in late Thursday or Friday.
Yeah. Because we got about 1,500 miles to get from Colorado Springs, where her 50th class reunion is, and family. We're going to visit family and hopefully stay at the Air Force Academy. Yep. And then we got to hightail it. I've got to average about 400 miles a day to get over to North Helena, Georgia.
We'll be traveling Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and probably Thursday.
Anyway, if you're not already a member, if you're not already a member on the Facebook group Slow Mojo Crew Rendezvous, Slow Mojo Crew Rendezvous, do go over there and become a member on that Facebook page and follow along. We'll be popping. There's already some great stuff on there.
Yes.
Barrett's got a great video out now. He finally made it public, and he compares solo stove, open fire pit, and a propane fire pit. So much so that guess what we did 3 days ago?
Yep.
3 days ago, we went and bought a propane stove, a propane fire pit. Yeah. And last night was our first chance to use it.
Yep.
I got out there and fried the fish, and then we just got settled in and got comfortable when the sun went down, and sipping on a few libations and listening to good music and sitting in front of our propane fire pit. And I'll have to say, I still like a wood fire because I am the exact opposite of Miss Barbara. I like the smell of a wood fire, even though it permeates my soul, my hair, my clothes, everything. But I like it. But I'll have to admit, last night was very pleasant. I enjoyed that. It was nice having a fire. And number one, not worrying about having to stoke it, not worrying about toting firewood, not worrying about whether your firewood was wet or green or wouldn't burn, and fussing with trying to get it lit. And, Or if you're with my brother, throwing a car tire up there or some burnt motor oil, and holy cow, what a redneck. I mean, I come from that lineage, but he's got me whipped. As a matter of fact, his Kelly's probably watching this. His boat is called the Red, White, Trash, and Blue.
That's right.
And but I like I like a fire. And whenever we're camping with my brother and folks back in Alabama on Lake Eufaula, we're probably always going to have a wood fire.
Sure.
If you can find some good kiln dried firewood.
But it's nice, especially traveling, because you go into areas where we can't have a fire.
We can't have a fire here. There's no fire pits here. You can't have an open fire.
You can't have
but we have the little lava rock propane fire pit, and it was perfect. It was perfect last night. Really enjoyed it. And got a video coming out real soon on the Stay a While Deluxe, which is a system with connections on it that goes on your onboard propane tank to allow you to use your Blackstone, your propane fire pit, things like that. Just get you a long hose and run it right off your onboard propane tank, which ours is a very large tank. I think it's a 40-gallon propane tank, 50 gallons. It's a 50-gallon propane tank. And I can also, if that tank is empty and we happen to be situated in a campground, the Stay a While Deluxe also allows you to hook up a small propane bottle to use the onboard furnace and stove, the furnace, and keeping the heater running or anything, if you're running off propane. But it's a great little device. I think it ran me about $100 at Camping World. It's called Stay a While Deluxe, and it's called Deluxe because it comes with a 12-foot hose. I think you can just get the Stay a While, but this one had a 12-foot hose, so you can run stuff away from that. Dreaming Out Loud RVing, hello. Late, but made it. Yes, indeed, you did. Slow-mo is up there saying, bring it, son. I'm sure he's talking about the second annual 2023 RV Blowhard competition. I'm thinking about getting you a jumpsuit, like part of the pit crew. I need a pit crew. I need security, so Cody can be part of the security. I don't need anybody snooping around my RV and messing with my, maybe lowering the pressure on the regulators of my tanks, snooping around. Yeah, it's going to be when I show up next year, I got to tell you, we're going to wake up the next county. we gonna wake up the next county. In fact, I'm not even sure I'll be able to hold it for a 5-second blast on the air horns. I'm going to empty my tanks pretty quick, and I got a lot of tanks. But anyway, we shall see. That is next year. All fun aside, it was a great time.
Oh gosh, we had a wonderful time. We did. I love meetups. I mean, it's wonderful to meet up with people that you already have met, but it's even better to meet up with folks you've never met. You just know them through their YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram.
Which is exactly what happened while we were there, because Slow-Mo, KT, and BJ are Boondockers welcome. And if you need to stay at their site, even when they're out on the road, hauling rigs back and forth across the country, you just need to hook up with Slow-Mo. He'll probably tell you how to get there and settle yourself in.
Or go to Boondockers Welcome.
But the point is, while we were there, some Boondockers showed up for the night. And, of course, we were all out around the campfire, and we were hollering and hooping and having a good time. And they came over to introduce themselves, and we all introduced ourselves. And Barrett had just got done cooking, so they got their bellies full, and they said, what the heck, man, this is where the party's at. They drugged their chairs up, popped a few libations, and joined right in. So you meet new friends. Now, they were there just for the night. The next morning they were gone, but it was fun to meet them. And I want to say his name was Mark.
No. It was like Kirk or something. But her name is Nancy.
Kirk and Nancy. So yeah, the more the merrier, and it was fun to meet them.
And there was some guests there before we got there.
That's right.
They had just left the same day we got there.
So we told them all about how we got together and why we got together, and we all have YouTube channels and fiddle around with that stuff and make videos and have fun, and really they were very interested, and of course they got a lot of swag. We loaded it up with swag, gave them our stickers and whatnot, and sent them on their way. Yeah, Slow-Mo says 2 different guests.
Yeah, they had some early in the week, and they left the day we came in, which was Monday we came in, and guests while we were there. So it was great. It was really great. Now, Mark is the Arkansas woodsman.
Oh, Mark, that's right, Arkansas woodcutter. Arkansas woodcutter gave a devotion. I'm going to call it a sermon. He preached a sermon Sunday morning under the place where we gathered, the awning, the shed, and we all had some breakfast, donuts. I think that was the only morning that we didn't let Barrett cook.
Well, yeah, because we were supposed to be departing that day.
He was packing up to leave. But we all gathered under the awning for Mark and his devotional, and he preached on the well, the different wells in our life where we go to become replenished, where we go to recharge, where we go to, drink it in, so to speak. But he gave a great devotional, and buddy, that dude can eat some crawfish. The night before we went to Claudetti's.
Yes.
And North Monroe. I think it's really considered North Monroe. West Monroe. But we went to Claudetti's, all of us, the whole group. And some folks had never had crawfish. Some folks had never tried boudin balls. And of course, there was a lot of shrimp, chicken, and fish consumed. And it was a great time. But Slow-Mo, you're right. Mark did bless us on that Sunday morning with his devotion. Another channel you want to check out, the Arkansas Woodcutter. And if you're not a channel member over at Slow Momentum, check that out as well. We've got 3 minutes left, and I promised a $10 Amazon gift card.
You did?
I did. So you just keep chatting away there, Miss Barbara, about Mother's Day. And I am going to open up the, let's see where that thing is. We want to get the giveaway tool. Come up with a word, Miss Barbara.
Mothers. Or mother. Because it's Mother's Day.
That's right. So the word is
mother.
Mother.
You can get into it.
Okay. Opening a new tab.
And I do hope you all have a great Mother's Day. Remembering not only our mothers, the mothers that our wives have become, but those that work in your church and in your family that never had children of their own, but were a mother figure. We have several in our family that just absolutely were mothers to us all. And God bless them too.
That's right.
So.
All right, here you go. There's the word right there. Everybody type it in. The word is mother. M-O-T-H-E-R. Mother is the word, and we are collecting those. We got 1 minute left, folks. Hurry up and get in. 5, 6, 7. We're giving away a $10 Amazon gift card, and if you win it, all you need to do is give us your email address, and Miss Barbara will send that right off to you. We want to wish you a wonderful Mother's Day. Thank you to all the mothers out there. Thank you, my bride. What a great mother you have been to our children and to the fourth child.
The hardest one to raise.
But anyway, happy Mother's Day to you guys. From Gulfport, Mississippi, we're down here having a good time. We'll be here for 3 or 4 more days, then head over to the Panhandle of Florida. I'm going to give y'all to the count of 10, 9, 8, 7. Type the word mother in the chat. M-O-T-H-E-R. Type the word mother in the chat. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. And the winner am James Catanese. James Catanese. Congratulations, James. I do believe we have your email address, son, so you don't
unless
need to...
it's changed lately.
Well, yeah, okay. Unless it's changed.
Just send it to rvunderway@gmail.com.
rvunderway@gmail.com. rvunderway@gmail.com. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. That's going to do it. Until we see you again, fair winds and following seas. Bye, y'all.